Welcome to the Bible study, and I'm coming down today to meet you where you are. Our theme this month is dealing with the deception of Satan. We call it spiritual warfare. And I want to just talk about it for a few minutes because you know the devil have a whole lot of games that he plays with us. Listen, I just want to get your attention. Do you know when we talk about a description, you got to have a description or know the personality of the devil. And according to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1 and Revelations chapter 1, and if you read verses 2 through 9, they both give a description of the devil. They say he is a serpent trying to deceive God's people. And let's look at our world today. Are people being deceived? Thank you. Yes, they are. He's also called in Matthew chapter 13 verses 4 and verse 19. He's called a bird. See, the devil always wants what doesn't belong to him. And then he wants to be like God. He thinks he's a God himself. He might be, but he's a little God with a little g. He's a fallen angel with no power. Third thing I want to just throw at your mind, the Bible in John chapter 10. Watch this now in verse 12. In Matthew 10 chapter through 16, it says that the devil, he's a wolf trying to defeat God's flock. And you are a sheep in that flock, and the devil is trying to take you out. So we got to take him serious, because in John 10 and 10, it says he's out to steal, kill, and destroy. And then in the book of 1 Peter 5 and 8, they say he's a lion trying to devour God's children. You know what a lion does? He lets off a big roar in the jungle, and everybody's looking around trying to see where that lion is. And before you know it, he's up on you, and he got you before you knew what was happening. You got to be careful. The devil is organized. And finally, he's a dragon trying to destroy God's son. Revelations chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. That's what he is. He's a dragon because he doesn't want to give Jesus the credit that he deserves. How does Satan use the strategy of destruction? Well, when you read Revelations 9 and verse 11, the apostle John, he calls Satan Apollyon, which is the Greek term meaning destroyer, because that's in him. He wants to destroy everything that God is building up. If you have a strong marriage, beware. He will try to tear it down. If your children are doing fine, beware. He'll try to destroy them, get them hooked on drugs and alcohol. Listen, you wrestle not against flesh and blood. You wrestle against an enemy who has supernatural designs to do certain things. And you can't win the battle on your own. You can only win it with the girdle of truth, which is the sword that is kept in the belt. It is your only offensive weapon. And you got to use that word. And to get that word, you got to read that Bible. Listen now, the name Apollyon, it really suits the devil, doesn't it? Satan will do anything to destroy, listen now, delay, demolish, or dismantle anything God has built up. And do you know that means you too? When Satan, listen, when he was given access to Job, read the book, he destroyed everything Job had, even Job's health. The devil is not playing. He wants to destroy everything about you. And you thought it was me. You thought it was the church. You thought it was people at work. No, it is the arch enemy of God, Satan. But good thing the book of Revelation says eventually we will win. The battle is ours. But while you're here, put up your defenses, because the devil is fighting. Lord have mercy. Satan knows, now listen now, he can't destroy God. So his next tactic is to destroy the people of God, to cause adversity in our lives. In closing, he will take any opportunity, however small and seemingly insignificant, to destroy a lifetime of faithfulness to God. How many people you know started off and were strong and did great things, and one thing they did caused them to fall? And when you read the book of Job, you don't really have to do anything. The devil still wants to destroy you. Why? because you are God's precious jewel. You are his creation. And since God created you, Satan hates you, because you see, he was created too, and he had a special part. He was the worship leader for God, but he got lifted up in pride, and now he's doomed, and he's trying to take you with us. Oh Lord, what a mighty God we serve. Well, I'll see you next week at this time, but remember, the enemy is out there trying to destroy.